Okay, so let's continue with this. This is how the animation currently looks. And I was adding this shading on the eyes. So I will continue. But I want to see how it looks with the options that was shown yesterday. Michael told me this, so it was it's here. Color management standard, he told me, but I was testing raw. That's in the render. Yeah, I mean, standard looks like this. No, this is standard, and raw looks like this. And I kind of like it. So I think I will use this raw for the final shading, the final render. I'll just continue in this thing here. Needs to be darker. I'm not using the onion skinning because I think it's going to mess a bit with what I'm trying to do. Because if I add that, it will bring the shadows from the last frame, and I don't want to shade on top of the last shade, so that will mean that I probably get the mixed results. So that's the task for today, just trying to finish this shading. I said yesterday that shading is fun, but it's not that fun here. I guess it's Blender, the tool, because I guess it's the way the lines are rendered. Because if I lift the pen too fast, it takes a second for Blender to catch up. For some reason, I don't know, the amount of lines, memory, the probably because it's vectorial. So as soon as I lift the pen, it stops probably trying to generating a how is it called, like a bitmap version of it, a raster probably, and that takes a second, and it will take longer if I guess if I draw a longer line, because when I'm shading here, I'm not lifting the pen much. So yeah. It totally depends on probably. I don't I haven't tested that. I haven't tested. I'm not sure actually. That is a question for the developers. That why the pen takes a bit to catch up when you release pressure. Just making sure that my microphone was on, because I think it was yesterday or one of these days I forgot to turn on my microphone for half an hour. Such a joy. I think I want to erase a bit here in the middle, because the shading changes a lot between these frames. So a lighter shade in here will fix that. It will look less different. Trying to be more uniform with whole frames. I think I've been putting a lot of effort into the skull, because it's my favorite part of the animation. The rest of the parts of the animation are not as fun as the final skull. At least for me. I know that probably for any other person would be quite interesting. But since I started to animate frame by frame as playing practice, I thought that at the beginning it was just like, okay, I'm gonna try this for a bit and then that's it. It's very subjective. And I'll just be here for 1 hour. I'm very conscious that some streamers like to like be here for hours, because I understand if you have a larger window during a stream, so it's probably you will catch more people trying to watch you for the first time. So that means that probably they will subscribe to you and that they will return. But I'm not doing this exactly for subscribers. I just want to show what I'm doing. And there is a lot of people on, I say this community, but what I mean by this community is the people that I am surrounded, meaning artists, related to VR and augmented reality and sculpting and 3D rendering and all related arts, digital arts. And I think we love to share. There are ones that do not share a thing, and I think it's because it's related to their job, and I think that's fine. I mean, you're trying to protect your intellectual property, let's say, but you probably reach the point you are because people helped you, and now probably you're trying to pretend that you don't need to help anyone, and you probably want help from everyone. That is not cool. So I know I have an approach of trying things for myself and looking for information, but that information comes from someone. Someone wrote it, and they are trying to return something to the community. Community meaning the people that helped them in the first place. And I'm not just talking about digital artists, but also in the software community in general, software development. There is a huge community, and for a great example, it's Stack Overflow, where you can ask questions and people answer them, and it's because you have a need, and that knowledge is not easily approachable unless you read books or have a experience firsthand with the tool. And if you are starting with it, you don't have the years of experience or practice or whatever, and you need you need other people. And so I've seen a few artists that they claim that they are like the only ones who deserve the praise. I think it's the word, because they are the ones who invented that idea. And come on, I say if it's easily reproducible with my own means. I mean, if I have the software, I have the tools, I have the brains to copy that concept that another person made, then it's not that difficult. And at some point, anyone would have created that concept. And it's like the people from Sony. I think I don't know if they succeeded into making that, but they were trying to like patent their animation style for Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. And I've seen a couple of very similar examples of people doing that with Blender. And I understand that there is a whole art direction concept. That's the original idea. But I mean, imagine someone patenting letters or the way you draw lines. So or the whole idea of using a tool to create something like using hammers to sculpt so that's a weird concept, at least for me. And I know that that Sony team put a lot of effort into creating that. How how do you say that no one can copy your style? How can you put a restraint to that? Because they're they're using tools that and styles, concepts that other people made before them. They created an animated movie in 3D that looks 2D. It's not like they are the first ones to do that, or add squiggles into your 3D model. I mean, anyone else could sue them, but I guess they try to protect their style. But I mean, if your style is solid, like really really solid, uh, and I've seen it. People do not try to copy that because they know that that style is uh, so intrinsic, so you, so part of the your project that no one tries to copy that. So let's put an example. I don't know. The Batman animated series is the same Bruce Timm style, and no one copies that. And I don't know, animated movies. The Incredibles. I don't think no one copies the style of the Incredibles, the shape of the models. Who will dare to do that? Toy Story. Who does that? Who? I mean, Pixar practically created a 3D animation movie concept, and Sony tries to create a 3D animation. Where they try to patent their style. Probably they could get sued by Pixar. I don't know. Concepts are weird, man. Who will dare to steal a concept? If the concept is solid, right? If the concept is known by a lot of people. But I've seen people stealing concepts, like small creators. They do shirts and that stuff. And big companies steal their designs. That's crazy. And I've seen friends that work on 3D art, and I like their style. I like certain details of stuff that they do, and I know they have mentioned that they get inspired by looking at other artists, and probably stealing stuff and concepts, and that's okay. But when I see them, I I have that feeling of, oh man, I wanted to steal some of this, some of that, but it's so them. It's those ideas are so them that first I do not dare to steal certain concepts or full techniques or full style. I cannot do that. And also I noticed that it's not my style. uh, I have a different style. So how are you going to separate from others? You're copying them, which for me is weird. So yeah, why do you want to steal a style? And I have this thing that I usually do not. I have a lot of ideas, but usually they require planning, like crazy planning. Crazy planning, like taking 2 years to develop a motion capture software to create an animation that was the basis or is the basis for some future animations that I'm planning to do. That's how I see stuff, or art, that things require planning. Some days I do things faster, but I haven't posted a render or 3D animation in a while, and I'm okay with that because I don't want it to deliver something crappy, or what I think it's crappy, because I understand that probably some people think that my stuff could be crappy or it doesn't fit their standards. But I've seen people do similar stuff to me, and I'm wondering what the hell. um, but yeah, sometimes if you wait to create a piece of art, it delivers in quality and satisfaction. The pieces I love the most, I think, are the ones that I've taken a long time to build them, and are the ones that I usually go back to reference for other smaller works. Sometimes sometimes it takes me a day to create something, and but here's the thing, I want to cram so much in such a short time that the pressure on that one day is unbearable. Meaning that you want to create a concept and have a full render on the same day. So I sometimes I've started very early in the morning, and I finished and near midnight, because I don't know, I just wanted to finish that thing in one day. But where's the fun in that? I'm not enjoying the process. So I'm thinking to do that idea of taking longer times into just sit back and thinking slowly, and taking decisions, and looking at what I like and what I don't like about what I'm doing, and don't stress about it, just enjoying the whole process. And that's one of the other reasons why I'm not taking long hours during the stream, just 1 hour, or at least I'm planning just 1 hour per day. And since I'm here for 1 hour, I don't get burned. I'm not crunching. Even like yesterday, I wanted to finish the eye sockets, these shadows, and I mean, I could continue a couple of hours, but then I will feel like shit. I will be tired, and then I wouldn't have like them. I wouldn't feel the joy the next day of going back to do my stuff, And so if you end up early, you will have like you will want to return tomorrow. I've also heard people saying that don't work until you feel like the need of going back. So that's weird, but I also understand that because there are days that I do nothing, uh, nothing about art, and until you have like your idea very cooked in your head, and then you say, oh, okay, I can do this now. But there is this thing too that you probably wait too long, and like it's not like forgetting per se, but like you don't know how to do it. Like if you you somehow forget how to do stuff, and and you wait longer, like okay, but if I want to do this, I will have to research on how to do that, and and I guess that there should be a middle ground into how long you could wait, and how soon will you forget, or lose interest. That happens. I have a couple of projects that haven't touched in a couple of years. I started with a lot of excitement and emotion, and I just dropped them, and to never be seen again. And one was a VR project that I still want to finish, but I don't know if I will be able to finish that project, because oddly enough it's huge, but it's not huge in the sense of there is a lot to do, because I don't consider there is a lot to do. It that somehow when I start to create like a huge landscape, and I get in that environment in VR, because the project is VR. It feels like, I don't know, it's my mind. My mind feels like the size is real, so I have to put that much effort into a real size object, which is crazy, because it's not true. I can resize it to the size, whatever size I want. But I don't know. My brain says, "Oh, that's tiresome. Who wants to do that? It's too big." But it's not big. It's just probably an illusion, an idea, something that is not real. I also have a huge software project that I've been working for over 10 years, and I've returned to it like every couple of years, and it's too complex. That is a real complex project. So every time I try to tackle that project back, I see the source code. That's code. That's program, and I get confused because it's so big. That's even bigger than my other VR project, and it's different. It's different. there is also this thing that I'm having recently with music. Well, it's just one author. This author is called um, Chicken Spotify. Um, where is it? Where he's here. I wish I could play the music, but I am probably risking some strike. His name is Wojciech Killer. I guess it's Polish. I could look for his name and see the correct pronunciation. Wojciech Killer. That's not fair. It has no sound. How to pronounce Wojciech Killer? I think it's Wojciech. 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 Okay. Let's call it Wojciech. Wojciech Killer. It's a Polish composer, and I think the first time I heard him or his works was with Bram Stoker Dracula movie from the 90s. It's superb music, and I like it a lot. And I decided a few days ago to just to listen to that score again, and there's this album which is oddly enough is a compilation, not just with Bram Stoker Dracula soundtrack, but with a German TV series, or it's like a 2-part movie, but I don't know, it was if it was a TV series. It's called King of the Last Days. König der letzten Tage. And that music is beautiful. It's like fucking beautiful. And the first piece, it's fantastic. And there is another one called Gloria. It's amazing. And it's been playing in my head for the last week. Even right now, I hear it. So it's also painful because I cannot stop listening to that song in my head, of course. So for some reason that song or that piece, I memorized it like quickly. So I guess it's because I like it a lot. Wojciech Killer. Great composer. Wojciech Killer. I like a lot of instrumental music, classical, but sometimes the classics are a bit boring. So you have to listen for the new masters of instrumental, which are oddly enough their music, music from I mean from movies, music from movies. Those are the patrons for this era, the modern mecenas of this work, of these workers of music. So Hans Zimmer is like, I think, the top one right now. But I've seen that he is like teaching. He has like people in training. He took the job from Blade Runner 2049, but he was with some other dude that I forget his name. And he did the same for the Batman v Superman movie. He took Junkie XL, and Junkie XL just he now does movie music. He made the Alita Battle Angel score, which is really nice, and he made the music for Justice League, but he was removed from the movie. But he is coming back because the director's cut is going to be released. It's going to last 4 hours, so he's going to rescore the whole movie. And who else? Wow, I can only think of Hans Zimmer recently, but Danny Elfman was a good composer in the 90s. And well, the guys from some of the Marvel movies, some of the Avengers movies, great composers, not particularly on the Marvel movies, but they have good works outside from that. Brad Fidel, I think that's the pronunciation. The dude who made the movie, the music for Terminator. A lot of synths, and those synths sound great. And who else? Alan Silvestri too. That's a good one. Michael Kamen from X-Men movies. Hans Zimmer has a lot. I mean, he has Pirates of the Caribbean with another dude, and Lion King, Inception. He has a lot of movies. Interstellar, the Batman franchise with Christopher Nolan. Good movies, good music. There are a lot of composers there. There's this guy who makes the music for the Batman games. The dude is amazing. And he also has made music for the animated movies, and and he is really good. He is so good that I hope someday someone gave him the chance to make one of the future films, because his music is really really good, and it has a very distinct style. It's very noticeable. If you pay attention, you can feel his um like his signature in the music. It's just like Hans Zimmer. You cannot separate his style from his music. John Williams, of course. Jurassic Park, Star Wars. Um, I'm not particularly a fan of Harry Potter, but the music for Harry Potter is so distinct. Indiana Jones too. There's a lot of good music out there. And it's just part of the movies, and it's mostly because I like music where people is not singing. But don't get me wrong, I like music where people sings, just not that much. I like Queen. Queen is cool, but I'm not like a total fan of that type of music. Guns N' Roses, I like Guns N' Roses, but I don't know their whole discography. I think I just know the most famous songs. And and I mean I will be able I think to go to a Guns N' Roses concert. I think it's one of the groups that I know the most. I used to listen a lot of Coldplay, but for some reason I lost track of one of their recent albums and never listened to them again. But I like them. I like the I think it was Milo Shiloto, that album. Some very old thing. It's not that old, but it's cool. U2, I like U2. Been listening to them for 20 years. I like their music, so I know all their albums from the 2000s to here. But I think I haven't listened to the most recent album. I need to check that one. But I think that's it. I don't. Who else? Just two songs from System of a Down, because the first two, when they the when they debuted from their debut, teapot pronunciation. I remember Limp Bizkit, but same, just a couple of songs. Korn too, a long time ago. I don't listen to heavy metal at all. I don't I barely know the name Tool, but is that heavy metal? I don't know. I know they have a huge amount of fans, but I just don't care. I think I am finishing the eye socket. Too hard transition. I think I need to activate the onion skin because I need to do this. I need to plan the transition. Just add something so it doesn't look empty. So I could do this and that's it, I guess. It's too hard to transition from here to here. So it's better, but a bit more maybe. To here, I need some like just trying to fill it. I think that's a nice transition. But I want to see how it looks with raw. Was raw? Was it raw? I need to change to render here. Yes. Had some more definition and lines. There is a missing shadow over here. Hey, where is the... Hey. Oh, because I need to move here. To activate the skin? Yeah. Okay. These teeth have no shadow, so I need to add that. So the thing is, do I want to add more shading to the rest of the thing? Do I just want to leave it here? That's a possibility. I mean, I want to try new stuff. I don't just want it to be... Yeah, I think that's a good decision. I mean, I like it. I could improve it in the future, but I just don't want it that all my streams be this. I want to try other stuff. I want to try more games or some other stupid shit. I think I will call it a day with this animation. And I see it and I say, oh, I want to improve that, but then I will never finish. So I think it's time for me to stop. And yeah, so I'll just leave it here to replay one more time, a couple more times, and that's it. I think this is it. If I return tomorrow, I will do something different, but I do want to render this and really share this on Instagram, and that's it. So this is it for today. Join tomorrow for more boring stuff. I'll see you later.